Get ready for adventure and some Subaru spring driving during the all-weather drive event. Discover the all-new 2026 Subaru Forester, built for adventure and ready to conquer Manitoba's roads with confidence. For a limited time, enjoy rates from 1.99%, plus a 1% loyalty rate reduction. But hurry, this offer ends April 30th. Enjoy your Subaru famous all-wheel drive system for effortless navigation on our Manitoba highways this spring. Find your next Subaru at jpsubaruregion.com and jpsubarusouth.com.
Everybody looks like a police officer.
So you want ghost pedestrians?
I want everybody to pretend they're police, and then who's going to do crime if we're all pretending to be police?
If impersonating a police officer wasn't a crime, I would agree with you.
Right. Darn it.
Energy 106 presents the Wheeler and Tyler podcast.
Early morning crew, get ready. A chance for you to win tickets to the Winnipeg Tattoo Show this coming weekend, RBC Convention Center. Weekend passes get to you in Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Stay tuned. Those are coming up as we kick things off with Wrong Answers Only. Tyler Carr away for one more day. He's back bright and early tomorrow morning. All the usuals are here. We'll get to the loud line just after 7 a.m. My name is Dave Wheeler, and we start right now. Anyone else notice the amazingly, strikingly comparable resemblance between Somber and Finn Wolfhard? Yeah, that Finn Wolfhard from Stranger Things. Am I the only one that's noticed? Next time you're online, check that out. Somber and Finn Wolfhard. Some people online actually think they're the same person. In this day and age, sure, why not? Probably are. What's wrong with that? Wrong answers only this morning. Finn McCool's text line 204-452-1061. Everyone that enters into the Finn McCool's text line and for wrong answers only, we'll put you in a draw to win Winnipeg Tattoo Show tickets for this weekend at RBC Convention Center, May 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. That'll get you in all weekend long. And your prompt this morning is, I think we all do it, whether it be consciously or self-consciously. When we have a birthday, we're like, this is going to be the best year ever. This is it. This is the year we're going to do all the things. All of our dreams are going to come true this year. We're going to work for it. We're going to do it. So what is Tyler's goal for 32? That's it. I'm 32. I'm tired of putting this on the back burner. This is the year, Mitch. We're doing it. What's Tyler Carr's goal for his 32nd year on this earth? 204-452-1061, and then we'll reveal your submissions coming up at the bottom of the hour. Best time ever, hands down, 6:30. What's Tyler's goal for year 32? Get those in now. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to be at the RBC Convention Center this weekend for the Winnipeg Tattoo Show, Central Canada's biggest tattoo show, I'm going to be there Saturday night emceeing.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, so all Saturday evening when you hear the voice going, hey, we got a few spots open right now if somebody wants to go get inked at this spot or that spot, or hey, don't forget blah, blah,
like
blah.
An opening or whatnot.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I'll be introducing some of the acts that are going on. Like, they got a whole bunch of acts on the main stage.
And
like, yeah.
You said it's kid-friendly. You're bringing the boys.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't care how old your kids are. There's something for everybody. We had Abby and Melissa on yesterday from the Winnipeg Tattoo Show. They do it right, man.
Yeah,
what a great show. And Abby, who has done probably 90% of the tattoos on my body, she's just what a gem.
Yeah, she's great. Well, actually, it's funny. I was hoping that you would bring up the tattoo show today on the show because yesterday I had a moment. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go to the gym quick. And I went to Planet Fitness on Regent, and I was a little hesitant going in because I'm like, oh, I called them this morning on the show and they didn't know about the Jets thing.
Okay, yeah.
But okay, all is good. All is good. Walked in, changed, got on the treadmill, put my headphones in, and I'm just kind of doing my walk. And then suddenly I see this person come up on the treadmill beside me, and I look over, and it's a nice it's a lady, and she's got, I believe I remember, blue hair. And I'm sorry, I didn't ask your name. I'm so sorry, but I take my headphones off, and she goes, "You're Tyler Carr." And I'm like, "Yes, I am. You work with Dave Wheeler?" I'm like, "Yeah." I was like, she's like, I didn't recognize your face. I didn't recognize you, but I saw your Joy-Con tattoo.
Oh God.
That was my exact reaction. And I
You know what? You know what's funny?
That
When
we have a Joy-Con on our leg, and I said, really? And she said, honestly, man, that's the only way I knew it was you, was from the Joy-Con, because I listened to you and Dave when you got it, and I saw it, and nobody else in Winnipeg is going to have a Joy-Con tattoo.
You know what drives me crazy about that tattoo?
Everything.
You know when you're watching the news and they're like, and the assailant is said to be 6'2", brown hair, Caucasian, with a Joy-Con tattoo on the back of his right ankle.
You know
it's like, damn it!
That why did I get it? It's like, and then I looked at it and I was like, yeah. Sometimes when I'm wearing shorts, I forget that that's just like right there.
I had a rule.
Listen,
Like,
Abby did it and she did it beautifully, but
Yeah.
it's a Joy-Con.
I know.
It's a Nintendo controller on our legs, man.
Yeah, I know.
I had to remind you that we had it because that happened to me yesterday. And it was, yeah.
When my wife and I do yoga, she looks over, she's like, you know, you still have that stupid tattoo on your leg, right? Stop it. I don't even know why. When you brought it up, I was like, yeah. I literally, like, I have a rule. It's do not get a tattoo anywhere where it can be visible if you are wearing golf attire.
Right, you
Because
did.
there are some golf courses that don't allow tattoos, visible tattoos.
You did.
And where did I get it?
You got a Joy-Con.
Right on the back of my stupid leg.
Yeah, but if we put our legs together, it looks like we're a switch.
I wish I could switch the location of that tattoo.
Wheeler and Tyler.
It's our Tear Away a Day calendar. It's an annual Christmas gift courtesy of Mama Carr, who lives all the way up in Swan River, Manitoba. Stop looking at me, Swan. Take care of the weekend here. Saturday and Sunday, April 25th and 26th, respectively. They say good things take time. That's why I'm always late. By the way, I was having a conversation with somebody recently about just time and how we deal here in North America. Then when you go over to like island countries like Jamaica or Dominican Republic or even Mexico, they don't really schedule things. It's just like, yeah, we'll meet when we meet. Hey, you want to get together? Sure, what time? Yeah, whatever. Sometime this afternoon. It's much more chill. We're so scheduled here. We're just scheduled. And for today, Monday, April 27th, 2026. Lazy is such an ugly word. I prefer to use the term selective participation. Isn't that the truth?
Wait, what?
With Wheeler and Tyler on Energy 106.
For those that know me, know that I watch a lot of YouTube. For those of you that really know me, you know that I love music and I play a handful of instruments. The way I describe it is I'm like a bad middle school band teacher where I can kind of go around and noodle on most instruments, but I'm not really good at any one of them, but I can play. There's a handful of channels that I follow on YouTube. Rick Beato is one. He breaks down a lot of songs, especially Spotify top 10s, and just goes through all the top tracks. There's another one called Drumeo, and they're based out of Vancouver. Really cool channel if you're a drummer. You've heard me play clips before. They do this one segment where they'll take a drummer and they sit them down in the chair in front of a drum set and they say, okay, we're going to play you a song. We're going to remove the drum track and you can come up with whatever you want. But they'll go through songs until they go, I don't know that one. I've never heard that song. They go, great. They pull out the drum track and they have them make up their own version on the spot. It's a pretty cool exercise and drummers love it. So they did a little piece on Drumeo is the name of the site, by the way, Drumeo. They did a little piece recently where they talked about what is arguably the most famous drum beat of all time. And you're thinking like, I'm sure you think of Phil Collins in the air tonight. Da, 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 da. I can feel it. That one, right? There's a few other ones. Maybe the intro for Hot for Teacher from Van Halen. Shake It Off from Taylor Swift. You hear that drum beat, you instantly know it, right? But there's one that you go, oh yeah, I know that drum beat. Let me play it for you so you have an idea. You know that drum beat. Now that I've played it for you, you're probably thinking, yeah. I've heard that in, a lot of songs. And it has been. Over 2,000. That drum beat has been in over 2,000 songs. Well, where'd it come from? There's a drummer by the name of Clyde Stubblefield. Clyde Stubblefield, who was a drummer for James Brown. James Brown famously had two drummers that he would bring on tour, and he would, when he was on stage, if he wasn't feeling one drummer, he'd just point to the other one, and they would bounce back and forth until he found the groove that he liked, and then he'd move. Get on up. Apparently, they're in a studio one day, and James Brown turns around and he goes, "I'm gonna give the drummer a chance. No drum solo. Just give me a groove." And that's the groove that came out. Became famous. Again, over 2,000 songs have sampled that drum beat. But here's the amazing part.
I never got a thanks. I never got a hello, how are you doing, or anything from any of the rap artists or anything. The only one I got a thanks from was Melissa Etheridge.
His name never appears on any of those compositional credits. He doesn't get royalties. He got paid for the time in the studio.
The producer or the publisher of that particular track is getting compensated for the use of that sample, but the artist is not necessarily getting any compensation for it.
So many groups unsample my stuff. They say I'm the #1 sampler's drummer, so hey, I haven't got a penny for it yet though, but...
Not a dime. Not a dime. So next time you hear this drum beat, you can tell your friends, I know who that is. That's Clyde Stubblefield. And don't you forget it. Wrapping up our wrong answers only here on the Finn McCool's text line at 204-452-1061. Still a chance for you to get in. And everyone that does make a submission, going to put you in a draw for Winnipeg Tattoo Show tickets this coming weekend. RBC Convention Center. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday weekend passes. Don't have to get inked. You can just go down and enjoy the event. It's a massive, massive event. Best of the bunch. And I'll be down there emceeing this weekend. So you can come say hi. So the question this morning, for wrong answers only, with Tyler Carr turning 32 on Friday. What's his goal? What's his goal? You know, we've all had that moment in the mirror on our birthday. We're like, this is the year. We're going to do it. No more putting it off. No more. This is the year. And then we have the same conversation year after year. Christopher says his goal is to have a kid. Yeah, the look on his face when I told him, I said, hey, when I was your age, I was a father for the first time. He says, Bridget says, cold plunge. That's a thing, eh? I live in Winnipeg. We go through winter. No need for a cold plunge. Good morning, Dave. Tyler wants to own a farm with a bunch of chickens and baby piggies. Yeah, that's the wrong answer. Tara says to find the woman of his dreams. He already did. It's his mom. Sylvain says this year, since he turned 32, Tyler Carr wants to hit up a total of 32 expeditions throughout the year, either cycling or hiking. That's probably a right answer. He loves doing that stuff. Martha says Tyler's goal for 32 is to start his butterfly farm and confront his fears. Yeah. Tyler says to eat a Hot Pocket. Hot! Because we all know he likes his pizza pops cold. All right, to you and everyone else that entered in, good job. If you win, I will contact you via text. If you don't win, that's okay. We got tickets to give away all week long, all the way up to Friday's opening day of the Winnipeg Tattoo Show, RBC Convention Center. Tickets are available at winnipegtattooShow.com.
Wheeler and Tyler. Music news you can use. Music is what it's all about.
With Dave Wheeler.
For April 27th, 2026. Netflix has announced details of their upcoming Kylie Minogue documentary. The streaming giant is set to release a 3-part series on the Australian pop legend in June. Along with exclusive interviews with Minogue herself, the Intimate series will also feature footage from home movies and personal photographs. Danny Minogue, Jason Donovan, Nick Cave, and Pete Waterman are also set to feature in the series. Though Netflix hasn't shared the exact date for the documentary's release, the company shared a press release saying, quote, "The documentary shows the woman behind the hit. It examines how she's faced public scrutiny, personal loss, and illness with grit and grace, earning respect far beyond her own fandom." Spotify has revealed the most streamed artists, songs, and albums of all time on the streaming service. The company is marking its 20th anniversary. The most streamed artist is Taylor Swift. The most streamed album is Bad Bunny's Un Verano Sin Ti. The most streamed song is The Weeknd with Blinding Lights. Last month, Spotify claimed it had paid $10 billion in royalties in 2024, and 1,500 artists earned over $1 million in royalties during the year, a tenfold increase on the year before. And Ticketmaster has announced that it has caught scalpers with thousands of illegal Harry Styles tickets for his upcoming shows in New York's Madison Square Garden, and plan to give them back to real fans at the original price. Ticketmaster shared that the tickets will be available to purchase at their original prices where fans can request tickets. Fans wanting another chance to get tickets can now submit a request form between April 30th and May 1st. However, submitting a ticket request does not guarantee you'll get the chance to purchase tickets. That's music news you can use for April 27th, 2026. I'm Dave Wheeler. What'd you do?
So, Transcona mixed in with the heat.
Oh.
There were fires.
Hot yesterday.
It was hot. And there were fires, man. Like,
Hot.
I couldn't even count how many pictures were going up and whatnot. And right outside my front door, you could see it looked like it was going to storm from my first glance because it was so dark from the clouds of smoke. So, and then I saw on social media that they were asking people to kind of stay away from that area. And there was a reminder that some people didn't know there was a fire ban. So I quickly shot a video showing off the smoke, and I had just said, like, hey, I thought this was a thunderstorm. It's actually a grass fire. And and
just to give you an indication, I mentioned this earlier, but my wife and I had our kids in a homeschooling pod out on the west end of the city, and so we were on the west perimeter, like Portage and the perimeter, and we could see the smoke. And my wife checked, and she's like, "That's in Transcona." Yeah, it looked like it may have been coming maybe from Garden City, the Maple, somewhere
wild.
There. But
yes,
wow,
it was wow. It was very wow. And in the video, I had put text just saying, "Hey, reminder." There is a very serious fire ban going on in our city right now. And then in the description of the video, this is important, is I just thanked our firefighters and any first responders that were helping out with that, because it was a lot. There was Oakhammock Marsh was dealing with one. Thankfully, it avoided their center. But Facebook got mad. Facebook got real mad. And it was because...
Good old boomer book.
I'll just read some of these comments verbatim.
So again...
I gave you the context of the video.
Yeah. Do you have audio from the video?
It's not. I basically said what I said. Okay. If you want to hear it, I can play it. Yeah, I just said it's. I'll play it right here, quick. It's not hard. I literally thought this was a thunderstorm coming, and turns out it's just a massive grass fire in Transcona. So that's literally all I said.
Okay.
I thought it was a thunderstorm. Turns out it was a massive fire. And the reminder says, there's a fire ban in Winnipeg and around Manitoba right now. Thank you to all the firefighters and first responders dealing with the fires in our province right now. That's literally all it said.
So, without further ado, Tyler Carr is going to read the...
I'm going to play some music.
We're going to call them mean tweets, even though they're not tweets.
Yeah.
The mean tweets, based on that social media post that Tyler made on Boomer Book.
Taylor Ginather says, your use of the word literally makes you seem really stupid. Are you really that stupid? Were you born stupid? These are copied and pasted.
How did you answer that one?
I didn't answer that. No, I did. I said literally don't know. Yeah. Steve Klein. Why are we so stupid these days? You libs are at it again. We need to educate the youth.
How did he make it political?
I think because...
How did he do that? I'm not even mad. I'm impressed.
I said that it was a grass fire, and I guess it caught fire on a building, so the smoke was black, and grass fires don't make black smoke. I didn't know that. I'm not going to pretend like I know things about smoke. I don't. So everywhere was reporting that it was a grass fire. So the message was simple. There was a fire. Stay away from the area. Thank you, our first responders, and there's a fire ban. Anyway, we'll continue. Freda Meaches says...
Frida?
Thank you. That's not a damn grass fire, LOL. When was this guy born? In stupid era?
Oh my God.
I know, man. It gets worse. We're starting light.
I don't like the S word.
I know, me neither. Andrew Ray. This is what happens when you give technology to the people that are not smart or informed or have a brain. This is not a grass fire in Transcona. Please think before you hit post, idiot. Dave Corby, you're stupid. It's not grass.
Dave.
It's no wonder nobody is listening to your radio station.
Corby. Come on.
Taylor Kelker, first you... This one's good. First you take our hockey, because I've been going to the Whiteout and KFC.
You took their hockey?
So some people on Facebook are mad because the video I made of the KFC that turned into the Kyle Connor KFC was shown on Sportsnet.
Uh-huh.
And they didn't appreciate that I was on Sportsnet. So that's what he's referring to. First you take
How dare you?
I know. First you take our hockey moments. Now you take our fire. Keep your petty colors away from me. So before I read the last...
Oh, man, the heat was getting to people yesterday, huh? It must have been. My God.
Now, before we read this last one from Jason, which is my favorite one of the bunch, I'm going to read you 3 that were from TikTok, and I want you to...
Those are all from Boomer Book.
Those are all from Boomer Book Facebook.
Okay.
We're going to move to TikTok, and we're going to read some of the comments there. At Tailgate Tube says on TikTok... Wow, Tyler, we sure need rain badly. We're lucky there isn't more fires right now. Thank you for the update. The Amazon, who has a great photo of a Kyle Connor KFC bucket hat, says, damn, it's just so dry and hot. Really hoping for rain. Devin something 175 says, oh my gosh, Tyler, I also thought it was a thunderstorm, LMAO. I was all excited for some rain, and then I noticed when the smoke was coming from the ground that it was actually a fire. Hope everybody is okay. Let's move back to Boomer Book for the final one from Jason Elder. Mix that voice with your body and the way you film. It sure screams gay.
Maybe flip the air conditioning on. Yeah. Give your brain a break. It's getting a little too hot.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the news feed. Turn up.
The Manitoba government is planning to ban children from using social media and artificial intelligent chatbots. Premier Wab Kinew announced the policy at the Manitoba NDP's annual spring fundraising dinner and says Manitoba will be the first province to make the move, but did not specify an age. Australia became the first country last December to create a law enforcing age limits on social media accounts. The White House Correspondents' Dinner turned into a crime scene Saturday night in Washington. Shots rang through the Washington Hilton Hotel during the annual dinner. No one was injured and the 31-year-old suspect was detained. The former award-winning school teacher said he tried to assassinate the president to save the country. The dinner has been rescheduled. And the latest ceasefire talks between the United States and Iran appeared to fail Saturday before they began, as Tehran's top diplomat left Pakistan, and President Donald Trump soon afterwards said he had told envoys not to travel to Islamabad. The negotiations were meant to follow historic face-to-face talks earlier this month, but Iranian officials have questioned how they can trust the U.S. after its forces started blockading Iranian ports in response to Iran's war grip on the Strait of Hormuz waterway. Before we get into the Stanley Cup playoffs, we'll keep it local and check in on the Manitoba Moose, who are playing the deciding game of their Round 1 series, hosting the Milwaukee Admirals at Canada Life Centre yesterday. Late second period, Moose up 1-0.
David Gustafsson has Foggymo in the slot, and he scores! Samuel Foggymo, a rocket, and it's 2-0 Moose!
Moose win the game and the series 2-1 final. They move on to round 2 of the AHL's Calder Cup playoffs, where they'll meet the Grand Rapids Griffins. Games 1 and 2 of the best in 5 in Grand Rapids, Michigan, starting this weekend. 2 teams have been eliminated from the Stanley Cup playoffs as the Canes dusted off the Senators in 4 straight, as did the Colorado Avalanche 4-0 sweep of the LA Kings. Penguins stayed alive with a win and are down 3-1 to Philly. Wild evened up their series 2-2 with an overtime win over the Stars. Lightning are also tied 2-2 with the Habs after a win last night. Sabres have a 3-1 series lead over the Bruins after a 6-1 win yesterday. And the Oilers had a 2-0 lead over the Ducks after 20 minutes last night, and they ended up going to overtime, tied 3-3 last night.
It's stick by McTavish. Paling! Redirected. Jarry's looking around. Can't find it.
I think that's it.
Anaheim has won in overtime.
The Ducks now have a commanding 3-1 series lead on the Oilers. Only 2 games tonight with the Flyers and Penguins from Pittsburgh for Game 5 at 6 p.m. And the Mammoth and Golden Knights resume tonight from Utah with the Mammoth up 2-1 in that series. The MMJHL Jack McKenzie Trophy Final is going to a Game 7 after the St. Boniface Riels forced Game 7 after a 5-1 win over the Transcona Railers yesterday. Game 7 goes down tomorrow night from East End Arena in Transcona. 7:30 puck drop for Game 7 of the MMJHL Finals. Toronto Raptors evened up their NBA Round 1 playoff series and are tied with the Cleveland Cavaliers 2-2 after a 93-89 win last night. Alex and Matt Fitzpatrick won the PGA Zurich Classic of New Orleans and become the first brother pairing to win a PGA event. Blue Jays took 2 of 3 from the Guardians over the weekend at Rogers Center. Next up is the Boston Red Sox for a 3-set in downtown Toronto. Game 1 tonight with a 6:07 opening pitch. Jays are 5.5 games back of the Yankees in the AL East.
Get ready for adventure and some Subaru spring driving during the all-weather drive event. Discover the all-new 2026 Subaru Forester, built for adventure and ready to conquer Manitoba's roads with confidence. For a limited time, enjoy rates from 1.99% plus a 1% loyalty rate reduction. But hurry, this offer ends April 30th. Enjoy your Subaru famous all-wheel drive system for effortless navigation on our Manitoba highways this spring. Find your next Subaru at jpsubaruregion.com and jpsubarusouth.com.
Wheeler and Tyler presents The Loud Line.
Got something to say? 204-478-8040.
Let's load up that loud line today so Tyler Carr can come back to a whole bunch of birthday wishes like this one.
Happy birthday, Tyler. I hope you're having a fantastic day.
And maybe something that sounds like this. I think that was I'm not sure. We'll take it. Even if it sounds like that. Or if it sounds like this.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tyler. Happy birthday to you. Oh, happy birthday. Love you. It's Josh and Kevin. Okay, love you. Bye.
So you can send those at 204-478-8040. We'll air all of those tomorrow, but I'd like to load it up. And you can even send something a little more personal like this one.
Hey, boys. Big Jeff. Tyler, I can't believe I missed your birthday, man. I just want to say happy birthday. I hope it's your best one yet. And, Mike Tagami, sorry to hear that you're gone.
Yeah.
I hope you get everything that you dreamed of down in your old hometown there. But, going to be sad to see you go. And, sorry I didn't call, Tyler. It's just been a crazy, crazy week. Just came off of a hockey tournament for a little man, and I don't know how he still has energy because I'm burnt out. But anyways, I hope you guys had a great weekend, and hope you have an amazing week ahead. And Big Jeff out.
So you have your task, 204-478-8040. Let's load that up when Tyler Carr returns to the show tomorrow.
The Loud Line.
Dave, who does the grocery shopping in your family? Does everybody have unless you're single and in that circumstance, you're the sole provider for your family, which is you and maybe your pets. But when it comes to a family of 4, do you have one person that does the grocery shopping? And who is it? Or do you split? And do you go to the same stores? Do you go to different stores? How do you and Candace delegate the grocery shopping in your house?
Interesting that you ask, because my wife and I have both been doing a much better job budgeting in 2025 and keeping a very, very tight log of expenditures and grocery shopping. And we were trying to figure out what is the average for the boy, because we have 2 boys.
Right.
They don't stop eating.
Right. You want to feed them.
They eat all the time. And so my wife will do a bulk order that gets delivered to the house, which is extremely handy. A lot of these companies that do that now is extremely handy. And that's kind of like, okay, this is what we need.
Yep.
And then there's little things throughout the month that we pick up that goes into that expenditures.
Okay.
But we've got it down to about $1,400 a month.
It's pretty good.
What are you at?
Okay, well,
sorry, to answer your question, while you're thinking of that, to answer your question, it's kind of a collective.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Yeah, but I mean, if we're actually going into the grocery store, sometimes it's just her, sometimes it's just me. It's just, but we're always cross-referencing, and receipts are always getting filed.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, I would say that it's 50-50 for Mitch and I. Maybe I do a little more, but we do HelloFresh, right? So we get 3 meals on Monday delivered on HelloFresh, and then we pick up what we need throughout the week for additional meals and whatnot. But it's weird because I find that there's in relationships, there's always one person in the relationship that is better at grocery shopping.
Oh, sure.
And that could be for a multitude of reasons, but for example, Mitch, he has blinders on. So even if it says sale $2.99 for the broccoli, he'll be like, wow, broccoli is $6.99. I'll take that one. He doesn't look at the sales as much as I do. And I don't know if that's like where that comes from, but I think he just goes to like the brands that he loves and everything. Whereas I look, I'm like, okay, this one's cheaper. We get more for this. And it's like a mathematic thing. And so we're actually transitioning to a little more of just me going to the grocery store because we end up not spending as much.
Well, out of curiosity, because your eyes are a little more fluid moving around, do you get distracted with the fancy box sometimes going, oh, a little treat. This will go in the basket too.
Yeah. You know what? Actually, that brings up a really crazy thing that I realized the other day. Let's take a minute here, and you struck a nerve actually with the way grocery stores, and not necessarily grocery stores, but companies are actually lying to you. Like they're full send lying to you at the grocery stores. We'll take a break. We'll be back in a few minutes because I want to collect my thoughts because I'm overwhelmed now. We'll be right back.
Wheeler and Tyler.
Okay, just to reset, we were talking about grocery shopping. Who does the bulk of the grocery shopping in the house? Is it a collective? What it is, and budgets and all that kind of stuff. And I mentioned to Tyler saying, are you one of these people that get distracted by the fancy box or the fancy promotion or that display that is right in the middle of the frozen food section aisle that you have to walk around?
Yeah, it's like,
there's no way you can miss it. Like, are you one of those people?
Well, I wanted to say no, but first of all, No Frills, shout out. We're collecting the stamps all the time to get the dishes and now the cups and who knows what they have next. And so I love that. But what I wanted to bring up, because you triggered me with the fancy box thing, is, and I don't want to be like one of your bro friends that you have at home where they're like, yeah, I'm eating all this protein. I got to hit my macros and blah, blah, blah. But I'm kind of doing that right now a little bit with my protein. I'm trying to hit a certain amount of protein per day.
Well, you're working out. It makes sense.
Yeah. And I'm really focusing on that right now. Okay, so my cousin Melissa, when she was staying with us, she's a nutritionist, and I was all proud. I'm showing her the cupboard. I'm like, look at the cupboard. Look at all the good things I have in here. And she pointed at one of the boxes I had, and it's like Quaker oatmeal, and it says protein on it. And I'm like, yeah, that's my protein oatmeal. It's so good. It has X amount of protein in there. And she goes, yes, that's correct. And she's like, next time you go to the grocery store, grab the one that isn't protein and compare how much protein is in that one and in the protein box that you bought for probably $3 more. Mm-hmm. Dave, it is literally sometimes the same.
Yep.
You're just paying for the word protein on the box.
Yeah.
How is that allowed? So shiny box, you put protein on the front, boom, I'm buying it. And I'm like, you know what? It's only $2 more, but it says protein. So that's the one I need to get.
Well,
it made me so mad.
When it comes to promotional value, companies will take every opportunity. Like, for instance, all the commercials that my generation used to watch in between cartoons, like, it's part of a full, complete breakfast.
Yeah.
But so like Lucky Charms, it said it's part of a full complete breakfast, and they go, okay, here's your cereal. But the full complete breakfast meant eggs, and bacon, and fruit, and yogurt, and it's so you can have the cereal as long as you're having all this other stuff. But we were just led to believe that no, the cereal's good for you.
And technically, this box wasn't lying because it said protein, and there was protein in there,
but no more than the other one.
But it was gaslighting me to think that there was more in this box than the other one. Fun fact: there's another Quaker oatmeal box that has protein, and it actually does does have more protein than the original box, but that one's even more. So like, it is just such a mind game, and it made me like, okay.
Well, out of curiosity, as a gym guy, why are you putting so many oats in your body? Why not just the protein?
I'm not. It's just more of like, if I want a late night snack or something, I'd rather go to that and then get if I need to add something or whatnot. And I like the brown sugar kind.
Wheeler and Tyler.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
She's okay. She's okay. All right. She's okay. As far as we know, she's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing major.
Mm-hmm.
But my wife, who is...
Why are you scaring me right now?
Is 1 year my junior.
Okay.
She's 1 year younger than me. So
okay.
She's
Yeah.
born in 1980.
Yeah. I got you.
She went in for a consultation with the doctor. Back in, I think it was around either just before Christmas or just after Christmas. I can't remember. It was very snowy.
Sure.
And so the doctor went, don't want to worry you, but I'm just going to send this off. We're going to get you to go see a gynecologist, which is the worst thing ever, right?
I know. Even though it's a precautionary thing, you suddenly, no.
She did the same thing with my son. She's like, let's just get him through a cycle of blood work and then an ultrasound, and then we'll just figure it out.
Yeah.
And then you get, because of the healthcare system, you sit there and you wait.
Yeah.
And you wait.
Yeah.
And you wait. So when it came to...
And then the waiting is the worst part.
Because, your mind just starts spiraling.
Yeah, it's like, well, I don't have this news yet. My life could change. This could... Yeah, no, it is the worst.
You get it.
It is the worst.
So the doctor goes, look, nothing to worry about. Just... let's get you to go see a gynecologist. Yeah. I'm just a GP, just a general practitioner.
Yeah.
Let's make sure you go see a specialist on this one. And Candace says, all right, cool.
You're scaring me.
Yeah. So keep in mind that was back.
Oh my. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So
the appointment was 6 months ago?
6 months ago. 6 months ago.
Did she get the results?
So we get a phone call yesterday.
Jeez, man.
No, hear me out.
I know, but 6 months?
So we get a phone call yesterday.
Holy man.
From the gynecologist's office. Okay. Saying, hi, is this Candace? Yeah, this is Candace. Hi. Got a call from your doctor. Wanted to let you know that this is the gynecologist you're going to be seeing. Wanted to set up an appointment.
Oh, I thought 6 months ago was the gynecologist appointment.
Oh, no.
No, that makes this so much worse, man.
Don't be silly.
So, no, really? Should we? Oh, my.
So, hear me out. You ready? So, the gynecologist wants to book you in for an appointment. And Candace says, oh, great. When? September, which is 3 months from now, right?
Yeah.
And Candace goes, okay, yeah, no problem. Oh, no. Wait.
Of course she says no problem. I would have been like, you know what?
Are you
Whatever.
ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready? Candace goes, okay, where's the clinic? And they go, no, this is just a phone appointment. Just for the gynecologist to make sure that if she needs to see you or not. And after my wife tells me this, you know what I said? It's a good thing you got a 4K camera.
Wait, it's a virtual meeting? Oh, yeah,
no,
because it's on the
over
phone.
the phone.
It's on the phone.
It's not even a video call.
Yeah,
it's just over the phone. And so, like, my wife and I, like, it was to the point where there was a little bit of anger there, obviously, as you can imagine. But not only that, but it was laughable because it's like, at what point does the gynecologist not take the advice from the GP going, hey, yo, I got this patient, really need you to see them. And they go, yeah, okay, cool. I'll call them and I'll decide whether or not I see them or not. Like, I get it when we were doing COVID. I understand there was proctology exams going on with your webcam, which is, awkward. But come on, we're done with that now, aren't we?
Yeah. I feel like that, man, that just makes me sad. Like, just sucks. Like, oh my God. Of course, but that is the reaction. That is your reaction.
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do? There's nothing you can do.
Shut up and stand in line.
Yeah, well, even Mitch went for some big appointments on Monday, and he's like, yeah, when am I going to get my results? They're like, oh, yeah, between 7 to 8 weeks. And he's like, what? What? And he had to wait for this appointment for, like, I don't know how many months. So I get it. But also, Is that not a serious thing that they want to kind of get on top of right away?
Just a vagina. It's no big deal.
Yeah, whatever.
You can grow another one.
Yeah, I'm sure. Okay. This is insanity right now. The laughter of Dave is also the tears of every Manitoban. I don't even know what to do anymore.
Hey, look, hang on, I'm going to do a meme. But that's none of my business. Yeah. I bring this up only because we didn't talk about it Friday, but Thursday you already had a very busy day, so I understand why you forgot. But my wife showed me a post that you made on social media that you went down and spoke to a school down in Fort Richmond. Am I accurate on that?
Yeah, it was Fort Richmond Collegiate.
Okay.
And I was speaking with their GSA. Do you know what a GSA is?
Good Samaritan Association?
And it's not a tax either. It's they call it a gay straight alliance, and it's something new that a lot of, well, I shouldn't say new. It's been around for a long time now. New for me because it didn't have one growing up. But essentially, it's just a time during the day where any students, doesn't matter who you are, as long as you just want to have fun with other students and talk about life, you just hang out for a certain period of time and eat some snacks. And so they invited me down just to be like a little guest and to kind of sit in on the snack eating. And
how were the snacks?
They were pretty good. And they made Kool-Aid. I haven't had Kool-Aid in a moment.
Oh, yeah.
That was awesome. And they just asked me some questions. And I would say there was about 20, 25 students that showed up. And we just honestly hung out. They had questions about radio, what it's like to be in the public eye all the time. They asked me about my proposal with Mitch and why I like Lady Gaga so much.
Weirdly enough, all the answers were exactly the same.
Yeah, it's just, yeah. It was the same answer across the board.
Awesome.
But it was really cool to go. It was funny because I used to live in that area of the city, but I never went inside that school. That school is huge.
You'd have no reason to.
It's true.
If you were going in on a regular basis, I'd be a little concerned.
To be fair, though, and I love to read, I typically go to a lot of schools in a month.
True.
In February. Like, I think I hit about 20 schools in 1 month.
Although, since you bring it up, and congratulations, I'm glad you got to hang out with the GSA.
They were so great. Like, actually, the best students ever. They were so nice.
Did you have any questions for them?
I did. I asked them if low key was still cool to say, and I asked how many of them build Lego. Surprisingly, a lot of them. And I thanked them for being the generation that is nice on social media. And they asked me why, and I said, well, listen, I posted the same thing to Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and all the nice comments were on TikTok from their generation that is growing up. All the boomers on Facebook were being mean to me, and everybody on TikTok was nice, so I thanked them. I was like, thank you for being the kind generation.
That's why I'm on MySpace.
Yeah.
Everyone leaves me alone. On the comment of, would normally go into a school unless I was invited, right? That makes sense. Going to, I love to read or whatever it may be.
It'd be a little weird if I just walked into a school.
I do feel like I have a birthright to be able to walk into one specific school anytime I want.
Which one?
Miles Mack.
Miles Mack.
Yeah.
Where's Miles Mack?
Miles Mack's up Henderson.
Oh, okay. Why?
Because Miles McDonnell is in my bloodline. Like I am a descendant of Miles McDonnell, and I'm not. I wish I was kidding about this, but I'm not. I didn't know this until a couple years after I moved to Winnipeg. But so there was Spanish John McDonnell, who was not Spanish at all. That was just his nickname. He led the first group of European settlers to the Red River Colony here.
Okay,
and then he did it again with his son Miles McDonnell.
Okay, and
so Miles came here. And he met a woman, and they ended up moving over to upstate New York, lower Ontario. But they have when you go over the Chief Peguis Bridge and you see all the Scottish names and whatnot, that's kind of because of Miles McDonnell and his father, Spanish John McDonnell. That's my family.
What's your relation? Is he like your?
So he would fall under what?
No, like, is he your cousin?
He would technically be my great uncle.
Four grades.
Yeah,
pretty great.
Five grades.
Oh, 5 grades?
I believe.
That's pretty great.
It's pretty great.
That's like that's like a family tree, and the branch that you're on is like
it's out there.
But I actually
kind of falling over. I actually have proof on this. Like, I actually have the family tree that goes all the way up and says, I am in that bloodline. So I kind of feel like it's my I've never been in the school before.
Oh,
but
you should go.
I kind of feel like I can walk in there anytime and use the facilities if I need to.
Well, I don't know about that.
Why not?
Well, I mean, as long as you check in with the front desk, pretty much anybody can walk in.
I think they need to check in with me.
Yeah, well, that's what we call ego.
Well, look, shout out to Miles Mack this morning, and I'm curious to know, do I have an open invite?
Yeah, okay, fair. If you get an invite, that's fun.
And I'm not, I know people are going, okay, sure, Wills, whatever. This is absolutely 100% true.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
You don't believe me, do you?
No, I don't. Because anybody could say that their great uncle.
Do you want me to bring in the proof?
Yeah, I do.
I can bring in the proof.
Do you have the tree?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
I do actually.
Okay.
Bring that in.
I'll bring it in.
And then we can see. But if anybody's from Miles Mack and you want to invite Dave to see his great
uncle
school named after him, that's a stretch.
It's not.
The more I think about it.
I know it sounds like it, but it's not. I am going to start this little rant by saying I have the utmost respect for our first responders. Okay. I have the utmost respect for our police department. That includes city police, RCMP, all levels of police. Okay.
Yeah.
We're having a lot of issues here in the city, and those are the ones that we call on. Like, yo, something's going down. We need you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Now, in saying that, I saw something yesterday that just made me shake my head and go, what are we doing?
Okay.
Now, I've said before, if you happen to drive back in 10 years ago, if you happen to drive a white Crown Vic and you had a roof rack, you're a dick. Right? Yeah, because you look like a police vehicle.
Yeah, right.
I'm not a big fan of ghost cars in general. Over in Europe, they don't have ghost cars because they'd rather be visible. I saw somebody get pulled over yesterday. Not me. I drove past it. I saw somebody get pulled over yesterday by a black F-150 that had lights.
Oh.
So now, if you're a black F-150 driver, people gonna think you a cop. You're a dick.
We have a ghost truck?
Yep.
Okay.
And I just went, oh. Now, I'll tell you why.
It does make kind of sense.
No, it doesn't. Okay,
it does.
Why?
Because we get used to the ghost cars and the whole point of ghosts. Whether or not you agree or disagree with them, the point of a ghost car is to be incognito. So if you're doing something naughty on the roads, you get caught. I think enough people know what the ghost cars look like now that they're trying to change the formula to something new. So it's like, ooh, look, that you can't catch them anymore.
Hear me out on this. No more than a week ago, we were talking about how the city's going into a deficit already in the first quarter, right, to add to our debt.
Sure.
And one of the big ones that we had was it came to our police department, how we're overstretching. There's a lot of overtime.
Oh, so much overtime.
So because of all the problems that we've been having and whatnot, getting in a ghost car and waiting for something bad to happen doesn't solve the problem. You know what solves the problem? Being proactive. Having marked vehicles, having a presence out there, showing the public that we're out there all the time. We're not hiding in the shadows. We're not hiding behind bushes, waiting for you to do something bad. We are here. We are present. If you need help, here we are, lights on, police everywhere, and it deters people from doing bad things. Now, I'm not talking about just the speeders and the people doing the traffic infractions. I'm talking about everything in general. We don't need more ghost cars. We need more police presence.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not. I think that's fair, but...
And presence being the big word. Police presence.
Right.
We need you to be, not hiding, we need you to be out in front going, here I am, go ahead, try something bad.
I totally get it. And I feel that it's just... Part of me is like wondering, is there a purpose, though, of them kind of being a little more secretive? Because then they catch those people that are not... Yeah, you know what I mean? But we are getting a ton of texts right now. Apparently there are... white Nissan SUV ghost cars. Someone said it really freaked them out. Police have all kinds of vehicles now, trucks, SUVs. You'd be surprised what they're driving as ghost vehicles these days.
I vote, label them. Put the biggest logos you can, big lights. I've said this before. The lights should be running all the time. Not the sirens. When things go down, put the sirens on, get people out of your way. But lights should be on all the time to make sure that we know in case we need help. In case something goes there, we know where you are.
I hate to do this to you, but your idea sucks compared to mine.
Which is?
I think every vehicle should have police lights because then you don't know who a police officer is. So,
see,
everybody looks like a police officer.
So you want ghost pedestrians?
I want everybody to pretend they're police, and then who's going to do crime if we're all pretending to be police?
If impersonating a police officer wasn't a crime, I would agree with you.
Right. Darn it.
Wait, what?
With Wheeler and Tyler on Energy 106.
Well, it's springtime in Winnipeg, and just like we do every spring, we see the potholes emerge. And when we come out of our dens from hibernation, we go, oh, look, it's spring, it's amazing. What are all these holes everywhere? Are the gophers at it again? They're digging through concrete now. They're digging through asphalt. We got potholes. And that's, we've just been dealing with potholes. This is what we do. We get cold temperatures. But when sinkholes start showing up, we start going, whoa, wait a sec. This got pretty serious. Now, erosion is a natural thing. Potholes are a normal thing, but, they start showing up on your streets, you start getting a little concerned. Crews quickly arrived at Wash Ave between Rock and Watt and West K, where a water main break had caused the road to collapse. Street was barricaded and water to nearby homes was turned off. People in the area, CBC was out talking to them, and they were a little surprised.
It's huge. You could definitely fit a car, which is scary because we were actually driving over it last night and there was no warning signs or anything, and it's just went.
It's crazy. It's I know it happens, but I didn't think you'd see it so close. It's like stuff you see in like apocalyptic movies and stuff like that. Cities that haven't been maintained for like 20, 30 years and they're all messed up and you see holes everywhere like this. And
that's us, by the way.
Well, it's right there.
I've been living here 19 years. First time that something to that extent has happened. There's no doubt there have been other potholes, but that's not a pothole. Dangerous, potentially dangerous. Like anybody could have drove by there last night, could be lights out. Because if you see the wave, it's like a vast empty hole.
Cities had meetings going, what are we going to do with it? Can we build into it? Another community pool, maybe? Maybe a skate park? Maybe underground parking? I'm kidding. They're working on fixing it, but it's not the only one. It's just a really big one, but it's not the only one. They're popping up more and more. Maybe line it. Maybe putting a hot tub in there isn't a terrible idea. Either way. Sinkholes. Or as they're called in Mexico, cenotes.
It's time for radio cliches. Like a national day. Don't turn that dial. Just stay. It's a radio cliche.
I can't wait for Tyler to get back so we can take this over. Happy birthday, Lizzo. I do my headphones now. Baby, how you feeling? Feeling good as hell. You're welcome for that. Patrick Stump, lead singer of Fall Out Boy. Going down and early around. He's 42. Herm Edwards, football coach. You play to win the game. He's 72 years old. Arch Manning, son of Peyton Manning, 22 years old. He's getting ready to hit the draft next year, I think. Lovely Mimi, 36. She's an Instagram star. See if there's anyone else I vaguely recognize from that. Nope. Gabby Fuller. She's 28 on TikTok. Nina Castillo, TikTok star, 23. Ty the Guy, 31, YouTube star. Anyways, moving on to the National Day calendar, shall we? National Gummy Bear Day. By the way, if you're, my brother learned this one the hard way. If you're a vegetarian, you can't have gummy bears. They're made with gelatin, which is from pig bone. National Devil Dog Day. One of my favorite moments from Wreck-It Ralph. Release the devil dogs. It's National Tell a Story Day. National Babe Ruth Day. National Prime Rib Day. Let's go. There you go. There's your radio cliches for today. You're welcome.
Wheeler and Tyler.
I have a show and tell moment. I brought it in. Okay, so here's the thing. When it comes to, I'll maybe say millennials, we were like the generation that was like, oh no, we welcome technology. We love technology. We want our phones. We want this. And then the minute it got popular, we were like, oh no, we want the nostalgia. Like we're very like, we want it, but we don't want it. And we bring back things that maybe shouldn't be brought back. And I feel like my generation is bringing this back, and they've been bringing this back. And I went to a party a few weeks ago, and one of my friends, Maddie, had this item that I'm about to reveal, and she's using it, and I'm like, that is so cool. That is instant gratification mixed in with nostalgia, beautiful moments with your friends. One sec.
Is it a fondue set?
No.
Oh.
So it's like a little Polaroid camera. So we're going to just give it a little test right now, okay? We only get one shot at this, so look good. And then I immediately get the photo! Dude, I got a little photo book for these, and I'm putting the years and everything.
Don't shake it. Don't shake it. Don't shake it.
This one, it tells you to. It tells you to, and it develops faster.
You shouldn't shake it.
Why?
You're just not supposed to shake it.
Oh, these ones you do. Maybe back in the old day. No. Listen, I'm down. I've been vibing with this.
Show me on the instructions where it says to shake this.
Well, I didn't bring the box.
Okay.
I did do a test, though. Oh, it's going to be a good one. I can already tell by the silhouette.
Yeah?
I love it. I'm going to bring it everywhere.
So that is what's known as a Instax. It's not a Polaroid.
No, but it's more popular as a Polaroid.
It's what?
People know Polaroids more. That's why I referred to it as that,
right.
Just for the sake of the bit.
Polaroid was a company that did instant developed photos. And you're right, they were huge back in the 80s and 90s. They were huge. And then it went away. I actually saw recently that Kodak, once upon a time, had 18,000 employees. And then one of their employees actually...
I didn't even see what you were doing. You're such an...
A little different than a selfie, huh?
It is.
One of their employees invented the means for a digital warehousing unit. And they're like, no, don't, no. You're going to kill our industry. And he did, because he sold it to someone else. And Kodak went from 18,000 employees down to 3,000 employees.
Damn.
Yeah. And the fact that this has come back in, and I'll be honest, this has been around for about 15 years. I remember we had the Instax when my wife and I had our kids really young. We were using that a lot.
I love.
And we got a bunch of them pinned up on the wall.
They're so
stuff.
cute.
That's
the thing. And I think sometimes with our phones, we take all these nice photos, and then as millennials or any generation, we just don't really get them developed anymore. We put them on Instagram, and then that's kind of like it. But it's kind of nice to just, you take a photo, and it's like, oh yeah, I immediately have this thing.
Yeah, wallet size and everything.
Yeah, and then you know what the real vibe of this is? Oh, the aesthetic is beautiful. You take one of these, you wait for it to be done, and then you use your phone to take a picture of the picture.
Oh, my God.
And then you put that on Instagram, because you know what that says, Dave? It shows we had a good old-fashioned time. We had such a good old-fashioned time that we have immediate, instant pictures from it. When you put that on Instagram, people are like, that friend group gets it.
And then what you have to do...
But can I tell you what I'm doing for all my friends now, including you? When it's your birthday, I don't even care that you don't like your birthday, I'm going to bring 10 photos and put it in, and you just get to take them on your birthday. And then you get memories to take home with you on your birthday. It's like a little gift.
Looking for predictions on how long it takes Tyler Carr to get bored of this technology.
Stop.
And that Instax camera starts collecting dust.
No. This is it. I got a photo book.
You're gonna be tired of dragging that thing around. Plus, the film is a little pricey.
It is. Okay, so it works out to be $1.50 for one.
Yeah,
like one photo. But you can get really cool bordered ones. Like you can get ones that are colored. I cheaped out. I was like, listen.
No, black. I like the black and white.
Worst part about it, This didn't come with anything.
No.
So you have to buy the camera and then immediately buy the photos.
That's right.
But
better if you buy in bulk online.
Yeah.
For the record.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I can't post this one.
Sure you can.
Okay, fine. I'll put it on our Instagram.
Just saying we're number one.
Yeah. Well, just with the wrong finger, I think.
You've been listening to the Wheeler and Tyler podcast.
Listen weekdays from 6 to 10 on Energy 106.